Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV on this fine Wednesday morning. I hope everyone is all well and keeping well out there in the world, wherever you are. I'm here to talk about Edson Alvarez. I am also here to mention a second bid for Mateus Fernandes. Who would have thought it? Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, the Lille player, McKay, who is looking like he's being mentioned, and much, much more. But before I get started, please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV, hit the notification bell, and if you want to become a member of the channel, click join, check out the membership perks. They're all there. Join and support E20 Zone TV. Ah, mate, West Ham was like literally driving me mental. Absolutely mental. Saturday was bad. I went on West Ham Van TV last night and I sort of give my thoughts on the current situation with Potter and what is really going on. Then the news was starting to break about multiple bids are sort of coming in over the next sort of 48 hours. Now, Tuesday has been and gone, and we have seen no movement whatsoever. It's been pretty dead out there in the West Ham world. Then tonight, people have been saying that Mateus Fernandes' second bid incoming. We put bids in for 4 players apparently, but we're only going to sign 2. Yeah, we're not going to sign 3 or 4. So I don't know why we're making it a statement to the world that we're going to put bids in. Why don't you just get the fucking deals done? Like, how hard is it? Just get the deals done, right? Because we're all waiting. We're all sitting here on our hands, literally, like waiting for something to happen. Edson Alvarez's loan, like situation, baffles the life out of me. Poor negotiating skills yet again. We've got a Mexican international who's just won a trophy for his national side. We can't even sell this geezer. Yeah, we can't even get him out the door, and all we're offering is loans for some reason. I do not understand that one. People keep saying to me, "No, he's a good player," like and this and that. I don't buy that one. Edson, I backed Edson at the start. I've seen him last season. The amount of times that geezer cost us games by chucking in fouls, failing to head the balls away. I remember Man City away where a ball comes in, he ducks under it. He's acting like he's supposed to be a bad man, and like he's under the ball. The yellow cards, the aggression, yeah, it's all good in it, but you've got to be like use your brain also. And there was twice last year he got sent off and cost us games on his own. Borussia Dortmund, Porto, and Fenerbahce all in the running for this geezer. So we will see what happens with him. We have to get him out before we bring in, hopefully, Mateus Fernandes. Now, a bid is looking like it's going to go in again. It's going to be interesting to see what this bid is. Yeah, there's no figure on the bid, but I think Southampton are in a bit of a situation where the player wants to leave, but they was waiting for other clubs to come in and pretty much do a bidding war like we wanted with Mohamed Kudus. It hasn't materialised. Now they've got a bit of a problem because they've got a player there who wants to leave. No one's coming in, and we're going to go and put a bid in. I reckon it's going to be about 38 million, something like that. I reckon it'll be. And I think they'll probably accept it because the money's better there than having a unhappy player. So I think we might get Mateus Fernandes, right? Now, I like the kid. I've liked the kid. I do not understand why it took so long to go and put another bid in for this man. I can't believe how long it's taking West Ham to bring midfielders into the club this week when we need midfielders. We've also been linked with the Lille player, McKay. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Obviously, you see him in the pre-season friendly. Everything sort of went through him. He looked a talented youngster. Honestly, I'm not going to speak too much about him because I don't really know much about him other than what I see against Lille, and he looked pretty decent. Yeah, obviously they must know a bit more. X did say to me that he was on a backup list, so all the primary targets are all gone. He's the next in line. If it is him, then great. We've been linked to another geezer called Mark Casado from Barcelona, 30 million euros bid. Now I make of that what I make of it, right? It could be something, it could be nothing, but I see it today and I thought I was going to mention that in regards to that. But this week, Like, I am pretty. Am I shocked? Really, I am shocked a little bit that West Ham haven't gone in the market and sort of tried to get someone out there for Chelsea at home come Friday. Um, but nothing really surprises me anymore with West Ham, right? And I'm not really surprised. I'm seeing a lot of stuff being mentioned on social media, and West Ham have to make an announcement basically to turn around and say that they're going to go right. They're putting loads of bids in for players. Why don't you just get the bids done? Right? Why don't you just put a bid in and get the player out of there? Why do you have to make an announcement like you're doing something like positive when the positive is bringing players in? Um, what the positive isn't is keep putting multiple bids in for players and getting absolutely nowhere. That to me makes no sense. I find this riling up the fan base even more. Um, there's this thing with Potter currently right now where people are very much on the fence with him. Yeah, some people are trying to give him benefit of the doubt and say he needs help. Some people want him out the door. I did put something out the other day, which sort of I see the level of quality of managers that we will be getting nowhere near what of him really. Um, so yeah, there's a lot what's been happening really in the West Ham world over the last sort of 24 hours, and today's been very very flat. Hopefully, we can get this bid in from Mateus Fernandes. They accept it. We can get this geezer to the club. That's a start. Um, Guido, I don't know what's going on with him. I've got no idea what's going on with him. Maxwell Cornet is literally chilling in the corner of the fucking training ground. Like, no one wants him. We've got a lot of problems at West Ham. A lot of problems. And I'm hearing a lot of people mention about the ownership of the club, which is very, very much music to my ears. Yeah, I'm loving the sound of it because the more you speak about the ownership, the more they're going to have to act, right? And people keep saying to me, and I see it on other platforms, you can't get the ownership out. Fine, fine. Can't get the ownership out, but you can demand change. And if you don't demand nothing, you're never going to receive nothing. So, you know, I want West Ham to be successful. I want West Ham to demand change, and I want West Ham to demand quality. And I'm hoping that they're going to get that in this next sort of 2 weeks. Now, Chelsea's coming up, and listen, Potter will be in the firing line again if he doesn't pick a right team against Chelsea. I'm going to talk about Blackpool Rancho. Anyone who doesn't know me and hasn't really followed the channel for as long as some others, I had a great hand, and sadly, tonight was the last race that he will ever run. And I'm going to be honest, I had a bit of an emotional one tonight because I've been through the mill with the dog. Yeah, he's won me some good stuff over the last few years. Won all the boys who's involved with Blackpool Rancho, like good moments, good memories, good times with a dog. That's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant for us. And he won his last race before he raced tonight, which is a bit of a memory that I will always sort of remember. He's going to be retired, and he's going to enjoy life away from the greyhound scene. So yeah, I'm gutted, but it was to be expected if I'm being honest. But yeah, Blackpool Ranger, you've been great, mate. You've been superb. Um, and that's about it, really, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm being honest, for this sort of early morning video, there is nothing really else to report. Alvarez wants out, and we want him out to a point. I do not understand why people keep defending the geezer when they will defend him 1 minute and then criticise him the next. And West Ham need to act. I think the time for talk is done. Time for action is now. I want to see action this week. If West Ham can go and sign two midfielders by the time we get to Chelsea, even if they're not there ready to play, at least they're going to be there for the following week for Nottingham Forest. And then we have got Chelsea on Friday, which I will be doing a watch along. I will be doing the afterthought. I'll be doing the player ratings. It's going to be an all nighter for me. Um, and I'm going to see what happens and see what damage Chelsea calls on us. But one thing I'm going to say is shout out to Nicky Hawkins on West Ham Fan TV, who allowed me on his platform the other day. I really enjoyed going on there and speaking to him. I do respect Nicky. I always have. He's one of the OGs with Gio, who sort of I respect. Them boys have been through the mill with West Ham over the last sort of 10 years, and they've managed to come out the other side. And speaking about Sullivan on there, just gets it out even more. And listen, you just got to keep banging the drum about Sullivan. You simply have. You can't sit there and if he goes and signs these players and goes, well, that's it. You can't go quiet. For me, I will never be quiet with him because I do think he is the problem of the whole situation. And it's proving it in this window. It really is. This window has been an absolutely fucking nightmare, right from start to finish. From like the Mohamed Kudus sale to Spurs to Callum Wilson, John Victor fucking still at the airport currently right now. And then you've got all this crap with midfielders and us failing to sort of shift any players. And we're having to put players in the shop window. Like, it's not good enough. And Pete, whoever it is in the background seeing all this, and whether they're saying in the boardroom, questions need to be asked and fingers need to be pointed at certain individuals to say, well, come on, like we're going backwards here. We need to stop this halt right now and spin it around and go in a forward direction. Otherwise, if we keep continues to go the way we're going to go, we're only going to go down. So, and I don't want to see that. So we will see what happens on that. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you very much for listening to me on this early morning video. Please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV, hit notification bell. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me in what I've said. What midfielders would you like in? Listen, I'm seeing people saying we all know Josh Brownhill was going to come on the free. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. I'm hoping that they've seen the good hiding that we got against Sunderland and realised that the time for fucking about has to stop now. We need to see some action. I am disappointed that it hasn't come quicker, but I know these deals are going to take time. It happens at West Ham. We have an owner who takes time. But we need to get them in sharpish and we need to get them in ready for Nottingham Forest, which is well over a week's time. And basically sort this midfield out and sort West Ham United Football Club's spine out, because that's where the root of the problem is. Not so much goalkeeper, but centre halves, central midfield, and even centre forward to a point. I think we need to sort that out as well. I did see a link to Jamie Vardy, but thank God he's going to Celtic. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, that's enough from me. Take care of yourselves out there, and I will see you again in the next one.